Hi, welcome to Tea Time. My name is Ashley Adamson. Today we're going to talk about something that just came to mind. Am I okay being a fetish? I thought about this as I was taking a shower this morning and thinking about like sexuality, attraction, and what it means to be trans in this kind of world. And I think the first question that I would ask myself is if I'm okay being a fetish is how do I feel about my genitals? Because that's the main thing that we as trans women encounter being trans and being fetishized is our genitals. But if we don't like our genitals, then there's no enjoyment in having someone that wants to explore your genitals when you're not into them, right? So in that case, I'd say, no, I'm not okay. But that's not actually the case for myself. I don't know how it is for you. But I'm one of the rarer, I guess, trans women that likes what I have. And I've talked about this in relation to body dysphoria and how I've thought about later down the line, I might change my opinion on this. But currently, I'm into what I have and I think it's sexy and I think it's unique. And so when someone is attracted to me because of my genitals, I'm okay with that if they're attracted to other things than just my genitals. And I'll put that as a qualification because too many guys are just like, I want your genitals and that's it, right? And we have this struggle as trans women dating and, you know, a whole total lack of respect for who we are as people. But I just thought, like, if there's someone with a foot fetish, that doesn't necessarily mean they're just like objectifying people just to look at their feet. I've been on a date with a person who has a foot fetish and, you know, they just treated me as a person, but they were also, you know, into my feet. And so the question would be, in another way to reframe it, would I be okay dating someone that would treat me as a woman, but also have a fetish with my feet? And I'd say, yeah, totally. And I think that's the same for if someone has a kink or a fetish for my genitals. Like, I'm okay with that if my genitals aren't the only thing that you're interested in. Is there emotional connection? Is there fun? Is there enjoyment? Do you appreciate me as a person? You know, there's so much more to that. And I think there's so much more to people than just having a fetish. I have kinks, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm just objectifying people for those kinks. And I think this is something that I hear and experience in the trans community is a little bit more extreme. They're sort of like, oh no, just like I can't date guys because they're gonna fetishize me, and you kind of just bucket them all into this like undateable category. And I think that's an extreme that isn't really considering the individuality of each person that you see and you meet. And yeah, like if I open up Grindr and I get like 99 messages that are just like, sup babe, show me your dick or something like that, then yeah, sure, like I'm not gonna talk to you. But that's not just a fetish, that's just your lack of understanding of human communication, intimacy, and connection. And that's a flag, and we're not gonna even explore that conversation. But when someone's like, hey, like I wanna get to know you, I think you're hot the way you are, yeah, fuck yeah, let's have a conversation because I like to be hot, I like to be sexual, and I like to be feeling attractive. And if someone is attracted to me because I'm trans, that's not gonna write them off for me. And your insecurity, my insecurity is partially not feeling as good as like a cis woman. Do you ever like get that kind of insecurity that you're just not as good as a cis person? I totally get that. And if I'm dating someone who's more attracted to me because I'm not cis, then that kind of like helps wipe off that insecurity, right? Because now I'm like, well, I don't need to compete with cis women, but this insecurity can still come up if there's, you know, another hot trans girl around, right? Like, there's jealousy between trans women. Let's kind of like touch that subject. That definitely happens. And there's all sorts of unfair comparisons. And I'm sure people have like probably not been happy about my existence because they might be jealous, but I'm not even like that hot. I'm just like, you know, a trans girl. So yeah, I'm kind of like ranting at this point, but I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because I think we need to be more thoughtful and more balanced about how we think about these questions and how we approach the world. If we just write everyone off as one thing, we just label it and move on, perhaps we're missing something. And what I've found in my experience is that there's shades of gray and it's not black and white. There's all sorts of kinds of people, and you really just have to look for the fundamentals. Like, is there a connection when you're dating, and is that person respectful? And then are they like willing to meet you on your needs? And tomorrow's episode, I think I'm going to talk about expressing your needs, because I think those are also really important. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Sunday. Bye.